What's up, beauts? How's it going? I just have to tell you this before I start. I've just filmed this whole entire tutorial, really happy with it, the lighting, the angle, it was just, you know when something's just wonderful? And then I realised when I looked back at it that I had bean juice over my chin, totally unusable because I look like a weirdo. Let's start again. If you've clicked on this video, it's probably because you're interested in learning the steps that you need to take to get yourself ready to run in a half marathon. It's either that or you're a member of my family and just watching it anyway. Either way, welcome! The title of the video is a 6-week training plan for half marathon, and it is going to be exactly that, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to give you some rules to follow and some concepts to use that will mean that you can adapt the training plan however you see fit, depending on the distance that you want to run or the length of time that you have before you have the race. You can adapt it how you want. Look at it as kind of a rough framework rather than a hard and fast rule, because every coach will be different and every athlete will be different and respond differently to different stimulus. And it depends on where you are in your fitness journey too. The only assumption that I have made is that you do already exercise. That could be a couple of 5Ks a week, it could be 10Ks, it could be a little bit further. But I'm assuming that you do exercise and you're not a complete beginner. If you are, don't worry, get subscribed. My next tutorial next week is a beginner runner starter pack. Try and say that 10 times fast. Okay, I've opted for the simplest setup imaginable. The first thing you do is plan your progressive long runs and work backwards from your race week. I like to build the long runs by about 10 to 20% each week, and I always have a rest day before the longest run. The last week before the race is the taper week, which is an easier week to rest and recover and let all the training benefits settle in. You really want to be fresh on race day. Then I think it's wise to pop some strength and conditioning sessions on the day after a long run rather than do back to back. And now we start at week 1. 2 easy runs, plenty of rest, and some really crucial strength and conditioning. Ideally, strength and conditioning should make up 25% of your training to avoid injury and get maximum benefit from your training. Week 2, we gradually build distance on continuous runs and introduce the concept of an interval session. I've made a video on some easy ones to do for you to check out. Week 3, we just bring it down a notch in distance and intensity to allow the training benefits to take place from the first couple of weeks and rest before the next push. Then into week 4, we increase distance on the base runs and time on the intervals. And week 5, we add an extra interval session just to squeeze the last bit of juicy speed and strength benefit out. And there you have it, a 6-week program to get you to the start line of a half marathon. So what are some of the things you can take away from this? Don't do hard runs on back-to-back days. It's too aggressive on the body even for experienced runners. Respect the rest. Don't add in any extra sessions. Make strength and conditioning as much as a part of your training as running is. Neglect stretching at your peril. You are asking for trouble if you do. It's all about gradual increase in consistency, no frills training. And relax, you are capable of more than you realise. So if you stick to the rules, you can tweak this training plan however you want and adapt it to suit your needs. Consider this as a starting point only. Now get yourself out there and start enjoying it. And I'll catch you next week. Laters.